All right, guys, same day, different video. So you saw my video yesterday I posted. I got this spin-on filter kit for the Farmall 560. I got it from Steiner Tractor Parts. It was pretty pricey. It depends on how you measure what's pricey. This was like $99, so significant enough. We got our filter. I showed you that yesterday. We got an O-ring. We got a base. 2 different adapters, flat washer with a seal, no instructions, and 2 bags that were ripped open in this big Ziploc bag. And I'm guessing that this was either a return or they needed a piece from it to complete another kit or something. So like I say, this came from Steiner for $99. I was hoping that at least they'd still be in the plastic. It would be a new kit, not one that was open. But we're going to see if it's going to work anyway. Make sure all the parts are here. I'm not even sure what's supposed to be in the kit because they didn't give you any paperwork or instructions or anything. So if you're in the mood for a good deal, you get $5 off your next order at Steiner. But there again, that's what they sent me. So they don't know I have a YouTube channel. I could just be anybody, but still, for $100, we'll see how it does. Let's see if we can't get this on. All right, so here on the left side of the engine, we have our old oil filter canister. We're going to start by taking this off. You can, if you want to, now this has been sitting a while. I don't know what kind of oil is in this. It's been a couple weeks. You can drain these. There's a drain plug there that you can take out, and then all the oil will run out on your frame and down. I'm just going to take the nut off the top and just pull the canister off, and whatever runs down, it's going to run down no matter what you do. So let's take this off. All right, so we got the old canister off. We didn't make a huge mess here, thank goodness. Like I say, if it's sitting for a while, all the oil is going to drain back down through the through this hole right there. So I'm going to save the old canister and save the old filter because there's always a chance that this might not fit or it might not work or it might not be any good. So I'm going to install it with the O-ring that they provided instead of the O-ring that I have here. So I'll take the O-ring out and you're going to put the new O-ring right back in this groove here. So we'll get into that. All right, so next you want to make sure your groove is cleaned out here where the O-ring is going to sit. We have the O-ring that they sent with, so we're going to use the one that was provided and set that right in the groove there. So we got it in. So that is in now. And they didn't send me any instructions, so we're going to have to use the power of common sense to assemble this. I don't know if it's right, but we're going to find out. So I did go on their website and get the parts breakdown of this assembly, and all the pieces are there. So I will give Steiner credit. They did send all the pieces. If they did cannibalize something from this kit, that they opened all the bags, they did put it back, or somebody was thinking in that respect. So let me see if I can't get this. I'm thinking it goes this way. The washer with the rubber on top, maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to see. All right, guys. So your next step is going to be to take this piece that they sent. This is the adapter to the threads in here. So you want to thread this in. And I did take notice. You want to watch. It does not bottom out. You can actually thread this all the way in until it falls down in your housing here. So I'm not really sure how far it has to go in. So I'm just going to thread it in flush. And then we're going to do trial and error here. So that's in. And I'm guessing next we're going to set this cup over top, and that does fit in there good. Okay, so that is correct. It does fit in and seal on that O-ring. I think it does. We'll be able to pull it down. Again, no instructions. We're flying by the seat of our pants here, but shouldn't be too difficult. So then your next step, I think, I have no idea, but it makes sense that this washer here with this rubber O-ring goes on the top side here, and then you're going to thread this into that piece below. So I want to just turn this in here and see if it gets tight. I don't know. I have to get a wrench to tighten that down. And we want to see, I want to tighten this up. I don't want to go too crazy, but just tight enough that you can't spin this, just so you give a nice solid housing for your filter. Because when you take your filter off, you don't want to thread this out with the filter. You want your filter to come off and this to stay. So you want to have it tight enough so you're not unthreading the center cap every single time. So let's get a wrench and tighten this down. And I don't know if that threading that in flush was correct or not. I can see through the hole there that it's not. Maybe I better go up just a little bit, just so. No, then if it's, you don't want it too high, because then when you clamp this down, you want this to be able to go down to tighten. So maybe we'll just let it flush. I did it flush. I don't know if it's correct, but I know one thing: if the engine doesn't have any oil pressure when I start it up, then we could have some issues there. So hopefully it's right. I don't know if this kit comes with directions or if they just didn't send them with, or like I say, the bag was open. We'll see. Let me get a wrench here. All right, that's about as tight as I feel comfortable making this. So let's get our filter and get that on and see how it fits. All right, so they didn't send any instructions with this kit, and it's not panning out as good as I thought. If you take notice, this is the filter they sent with, and you can't get it straight to be able to thread it on here. There's no way with this intake manifold that this filter, it hits right there, and you can't get it on. It won't start. You could try it, but it's going to cross thread, so it's not straight. It's kind of a dumb idea. I'm starting to lose faith in this kit a little bit. Why couldn't they just send you a shorter filter? Why does it have to be such a long filter? You figure if this is for the 282 engine, your 656 and 706, it's going to be identical no matter what tractor you put it on. And this is kind of dumb. So now the only way I can see putting this filter on here now is unthreading this center cap here, or the center screw where it threads on, and threading it into the filter, and then seeing if I can't get it threaded through the center. I don't know, unless I have this rubber washer on the wrong side here. Maybe it's supposed to go, no, it has to go on that side. So all right, I'm going to take this back out and thread it in the filter and see if we can't make it work. So let's get into it here. All right, as you can see, I'm threading the base into the filter housing here. This rubber washer almost has to go on the bottom side because the diameter is bigger on the top. So I just want to see, I don't have it tight. Let's just see if it fits now. If we have enough clearance here. Let's drop it in. And no, it will not work that way either. You can't get... It's not straight enough to be able to start the threads. So this filter, I'd say, is a little bit too tall for this engine, unless they sent me the wrong filter. Like I said, the bags were all open in the kit that they sent me. So at this point, is this filter kit worth it? Maybe, but it's just not working out the way it should. Let me try something else and see if I can't get it in here, but this is kind of stupid, and I'm a little upset with it so far. All right, so we're still not having any luck. No matter what I do, this filter is not straight enough to start on these threads. You can see right what the problem is. It's hitting the intake manifold. So what I tried moving that rubber washer to the inside underneath, so that way it would drop this down a little bit. That didn't work. I tried putting the base on. The only way, I don't even know if you could assemble the whole thing out here and then put it in, but once it's all in, then how do you change your filter in the future? You won't be able to. So I don't know. I went on Steiner's website and I took notice they had a tab that said instructions, and I clicked on it and it was blank. So they didn't have any instructions on the website either. So I guess now I'm going to have to call them and see if they can't send me a shorter filter. Like I say, it's just not, no matter what you do, you can't get it straight. It's crooked. it just won't thread on the way this engine is. So I don't know. I guess I'm going to pull it back off and give them a call and see what they're willing to say or do. I hate sending stuff back. I really hate it because I have to drive to a UPS drop-off place and it's such a pain, but hey, what are you going to do? So let me take this off and see if we can't change it, and maybe I can look online and see if I can't find any more information on this kit. Right now, it is not worth $99 to me, especially if stuff they send you isn't right to begin with. If you have somebody that's going to pay $100 for something like this, at least it should work. I did go back and double check. It does say it fits 560 with the 282 and many other models. So let's take this off again and see what we come up with. All right, so now I've tried just about every single combination to put this together, and it still just doesn't. There's nothing I can do. You need a shorter filter. It's the only way it's going to work. So let me give Steiner a call, and I will update you what they tell me. Okay, guys, I just gave Steiner a call. Wasn't too bad. It was only on hold for about 7-8 minutes. But anyway, I talked to the parts person there. They had to check with somebody. That's why I was on hold. They said they were going to look and see if they can't get me a shorter oil filter that fits on this base. So it must have been an issue with the 560. If you have a different tractor, as long as you have space above this filter, this one that they sent you should work. But this one, I mean, it obviously doesn't work. So we tried. They're going to see if they can't find me a shorter filter and send it to me. They said to hang on to this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We'll see if it fits something. But right now it's paperweight. So this project, again, is going to be on hold. So we're trying to get stuff done. But I don't know. I'm gonna wait until the other filler comes and I get everything on before I judge this, whether it's worth it or not. I don't know. You guys can watch and make your own opinion. I don't need to weigh in or give my opinion. You can see what's going on, but as long as you guys can see, it didn't fit, it didn't work. No matter which combination I tried, which sequence I put it together, it's just not the right size. This is too long of a filter, and they said they'd find me a shorter one. So I don't know what to say right now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I was glad to get through to them, and we'll see if they send another filter. My only other option, if I didn't want to call them, I could have ran out to my New Holland dealer and brought the base with and the filter and asked if they could match something up. But hey, it's you pay for the kit. The filter comes in the kit, so you might as well get a filter. So I don't know what to say yet. I guess we're going to have to put this project on hold. I'm going to put a piece of plastic over the housing over there on the tractor, cover it up overnight. It might be a couple days. The shipping didn't take too long, so we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll end the video there, and I don't know if I helped anybody with anything, but that's where we're at today.